So when the girl goes shopping, I go to the massage chairs. $2, 6 minutes. Oh, yeah. Oh, and shout out to the 2 subscribers I've ran into so far here at the Providence Place Mall. Appreciate the love. Love y'all, for real. Like this video for peace and prosperity. So what's up, family? Still have the old blanket up for the curtain because of the same exact reason that I stated a few weeks ago. Simply that I forget to buy a curtain every single time I step foot out my door. Wake up in the morning, unhook this blanket, I'm like, oh man, I need to buy a curtain. I'll do that today. Put the blanket on the floor, completely forget it's there because I can see out my window again. By the time I get downstairs, get my food, I'm thinking about the gym, I step outside. I spend money on a lot of different things throughout the week here and there, and I still forget to buy a curtain. Literally every single time. I've been in this house for a good month now. One day. Anyway, guys, it is 2:09 a.m. and I am watching the YouTube. That's Eric Lillybridge right there. Love him. He's a beast. Watching him squat. Was watching Derek Kendall squat 1,000 pounds. Watching all these big elite lifters squat because tomorrow's squat day is actually a pretty intense squat day. That's right. I'm talking to you guys the night before. And I'm actually just sitting here loosening up my belt. Some of you guys may be asking, actually I know you guys are going to be asking because I've been on the YouTubes for a long time now, so like I know what comments follow what. Keep a little screwdriver on deck at all times, guys. A little mini flathead for your Inzer belt. Keep it in your gym bag at all times. Some of you guys are going to ask, Nick, why do you follow these elite lifters that are like all juiced up? Why don't you follow the natural tested guys, Johnny Candido, Brett Gibbs? Well, you know, I would love to follow Johnny Candido if he ever uploaded training footage, or videos for that matter. Shout out to my brother, Johnny. Love the dude. Love him. Just having some fun here. But for real, Johnny Candido, can we please see some more footage? Like, you upload once a year. And when you do upload, it's not squatting or deadlifting footage, and I want to see squatting or deadlifting footage. In fact, I'm going to boycott your channel until you upload a squatting video. But no, for real, I like watching all elite lifters, guys. I don't care if they're on juice, not juice. And some of you guys are going to be like, well, Nick, if you like watching the juiced up guys, how come you don't juice yourself? Seems counterintuitive. I don't really follow that logic. Like, I don't want to spend money on the stuff. I don't want to have to inject the stuff. I don't want to have to shut down my testosterone permanently. Like, you know, on top of that, I'm prone to having a very quick temper. I don't want to go crazy and beat my girlfriend. Like, I'm not saying steroids make you crazy. I'm not a bro. I don't follow the media. But you know what I mean. Like, the elevated testosterone, if you're quick with your temper naturally, the elevated testosterone is going to make you even more quick with your temper. And I don't want to, like, become an asshole and have everyone hate me. So, I don't know. Those are my own reasons. I just don't want to I don't want to jump on. At least not right now. Not right now in my life. I'm good right now. But I still respect the hell out of those monsters that are on this stuff. Like, I don't care if you're on it. I know what they're on. I know what it does. I know the difference it can make, but, like, I don't care. A lot of people I know personally are running stuff, and they're not squatting 1,000 pounds, so I don't care what you're on. If you're jacked and you're strong as hell, you are motivating to me. Anyway, that's my little 2 cents. I don't care. If you're natural, I understand that you're natural, and I put that into perspective. So if I see, like, Johnny squatting 500 pounds for reps, I know that's not going to be a lot for somebody who's juiced to the gills, but I understand Johnny is natural, so I put it in my perspective. Okay, I'm on his playing field. That's a lot of weight for somebody not running anything at his body weight. So anyway, guys, I'm loosening up this belt here. Not because I got fatter. I'm still cutting down to 180. In fact, I was just contemplating today, going over some ideas in my head, how to really kick this diet into gear. I kind of want to get a little bit more aesthetic looking. Not for the sake of aesthetics. Strength is my #1 goal and focus. But I think it'd be cool to kind of motivate a lot of the mainstream viewers that may not be into powerlifting. If they see somebody with kind of the bodybuilding physique, who's strong as hell, why not? Jesse Norris, guys, look him up. Jesse Norris. If that kid marketed himself like us YouTubers do, he'd be the next 500,000 subscriber channel. 20 years old, already sponsored by Universal, sponsored by Animal, deadlifts 800 pounds with ease. has a better physique than Jeff Side, in my opinion. Dude looks insane. He's not one of those man, bear, pig, beast, those 20-something-year-olds like Lehman or Eric Lillibridge that look like they're 40 and look like they're not even human. He actually, he has a younger looking face. He looks like he's 20. His physique looks like good. He looks like almost like a men's physique kind of a guy, but I think even better because he has that dense muscle from the strength training. But he deadlifts like 800 pounds. I see him bench. Just check him out, guys. Jesse Norris. Anyway, guys, I'm loosening this belt here. Done with my little rants for the night. I'm loosening this belt one notch looser because tomorrow I have squats. Now, I'm losing weight, obviously, so you saw in a recent video I actually had to tighten this belt up. But I realized in squats it still needs to remain a little bit loose. And I'll tighten it before I begin deadlifts tomorrow. Actually, I might do beltless deadlifts tomorrow because they're going to be lighter. You'll see all that later on in this video. I'm loosening it because what I've realized is my father and I both, so I guess it's a hereditary genetic thing, we both have very, I guess you could call it animated stomachs. Very good control of our abdominal muscles and a lot of movement within our abdominal muscles. So both him and I can do the ab vacuum. You guys have seen it in my competition videos. And in turn, I can do like a crazy pregnant belly. Like I can make it really stick out. And I know, Nick, you're fat. That's why you have a belly. Even when I'm a $155, the day of my competition, I can still get a pregnant belly going. It's just something to do with how much movement and flexibility I guess you have in your abdominal muscles. I don't know. I have a lot of play in my abdominal wall, put it that way. And what I realize is when I put this belt on, guys, what I realize is one thing that's kind of been hindering me, and this definitely hindered me when I was fat at 195, because that was like a big gut mixed with this issue. But what I'm realizing even now that I'm losing weight and the gut's going down, I'm starting to get a little shape of some abs back. Even with the belt loose enough where I can breathe and function, I deadlift with it nice and tight, nice and fine. But when I get the bar on top of me and it's pressing down your body and it's pressing down that diaphragm, when I go to inhale deep into the gut, it gets tight. And I realize it hinders me. I can't get a comfortable breath. I can get a good breath, but it's like it's not comfortable like I want it to be. When I stand up with the squat rack, I want to be like, and then drop down. I realized when it was a notch tighter earlier this week, it was kind of like, ooh, that's as tight as I can get. And then on top of that, it gets so tight against my abdominal wall that it actually kind of starts to manipulate my positioning. So I'll get down to the bottom of the squat, and I want to be upright, and because I'm breathing so hard, it tightens the whole belt, and it kind of forces me forward a little bit like that, and I don't like that. So what I'm doing is I'm loosening this belt one notch looser, and it's pretty freaking loose right now. Alright, so this is round number 2 of the same exact squat workout I already did once this week. So we're going at it second time this week, 3 days later. That was my max reps of 365 pounds. You saw on Monday I got 7 reps. So today I wanted to get at least 7, if not more, and I got 8. Not bad. And again, guys, we're focusing on technique, technique, technique. So giving it all to the legs, lowering it down deep and nice and controlled. If I wanted to just power these out, fast reps, I could get 10 no problem. I think I've done it before. But technique is what we're focusing on, building up that leg strength, not giving it to the posterior chain. And I could not be happier with my technique today. I think the front squats, plus just the practice I've been putting into these squats, is really starting to take off. And I feel such a difference in my squats today. In fact, right before the set, I was talking to Ari, And this actually got me fired up, and I was telling her my goal for this powerlifting meet, I think I might be doing at the very end of November, is a 1,400 total. I don't even care about placing. I want a 1,400 total. To do that, I need a 550 deadlift, a 350 pause bench, both of which are very doable. The biggest challenge is going to be pulling out a 500-pound squat. So I'm going balls to the wall, 100% hungry for it. So happy with today's workout. I already went over this full workout in Monday's video, which is titled I Hate This Workout. Go check that out if you want to see the details on it. But it went very well. So pleased with my technique, depth, and control with squats today. Moving on to deadlifts, once again, same routine as last time on Monday. But on Monday, you saw me doing heavy deadlifts. I did 3 sets of 8 reps using 405, which I was ecstatic about. That's actually kind of a new plateau, or not a new plateau, what would you call that? That's like just a new milestone for me, being able to use 405 for high rep stuff after squats like that. Pretty cool. So today, since it's the same week, it's only 3 days later, to give my CNS a break, not to overdo it, I used a very, very, very lightweight today. Only 315 for all 3 of my sets of 8. Beltless, of course, and really just focused on fast technique and emphasizing my hip drive. So really it's just more of a technique practice day today. And that's important, guys. You may have the strength to beast through 2 heavy deadlift workouts in 1 week, and that's absolutely fine. If you're natural, however, especially, I really wouldn't recommend doing 2 heavy deadlift workouts in the same week, because the deadlift does strain your CNS much harder than any other exercise does. So if you do a heavy workout with deads, it's fine to do a second or even third workout with deadlifts, but make it light. Switch it up. Alternate. So, moving on to just my only extra exercise that I did for the day, because the volume was pretty high once again during this week for legs and deadlifts and all that good stuff. So I finished off with 3 easy sets of 6 on the front squats, but on top of focusing on going really, really deep and of course beltless to train the core, I really focused on widening my stance. You'll see that in the next scene when I change camera angles. I got a really, really, really super wide stance, and that just basically trains my squat to strengthen up while in a wider stance, and that will hopefully kind of slowly and gradually transfer over to my regular squat. I'll slowly become stronger and stronger with a wider and wider stance, because right now my stance isn't too bad for my regular back squat, but I think it's still a little bit narrow. It's kind of like it's really just a little bit wider than a regular high bar Olympic squat stance should be. And I think a low bar squat should typically be a little bit wider. So this is going to help me strengthen in my wider stance and of course strengthen my core. These kill your abs. They're amazing. For the 3rd set, I felt my left side, you know, that pesky problem area I've had for a while. My longtime subscribers know it. I felt that kind of acting up a little bit, just a small little bit of sciatic nerve stuff acting up, all that fun garbage. So I threw in a belt just to make that feel a little bit more comfortable, and it went away. It was fine. So after the entire workout, Ariana actually stretched me out. She helped first walk me through a bunch of stretches because she's a cheerleader and knows all the good stretches. So she walked me through a couple of the stretch out my back, and then she really did a number on helping me stretch out my hips, my legs, my glutes, all that good stuff, which definitely made me feel a lot better after the workout. So please like the video. Love y'all.